ओम वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदं। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। So the karaka we are saying the saptami padana adhikarana karaka saptami vibhakti. Different types of saptami vibhaktis are there. We are seeing that one is adhikarana saptami. Adhikarana includes Aupashleshika. Adhikarana saptami are of two types: Aupashleshika and Abhivyapaka. Aupashleshika means it is contact. It is contact located. Abhivyapaka is that is pervaded. So you can remember the example. Tileshu Tailaha is an example for Abhivyapaka Adhikarana Saptami Adhikarana. Abhivyapaka Adhikarana. Aupashleshika is Sanyoga. Sanyoga means it includes Samipya. Samipya means closeness, proximity. That is why Iko and Echi, that's only example also it's given here. So, three types of Adhikarana based on the nature of Adhara. So, first type is the Aupashleshika Abhivyapaka, and the third type is Vishaya. So, the three types are the three types of Adhikarana based on the nature of Adhara. Adharaha Adhikaranam. The definition. What is Adhikaranam? Adharaha Adhikaranam. That which is the Adhara, the support is called Adhikaranam. So, Aupashleshika is one type of Adhikaranam. Aupashleshika means Samipya, the closeness, contact, proximity. These are the meaning. And Abhivyapaka is another Adhikaranam. It is pervasiveness. Tileshu Tailaha. Then third one is Vaishaya, Vishaya Saptami. Vishaya. Samhitayam Vishaye in Panini Sutra Samhitayam. That is Vishaya Saptami. Adhikarana Saptami. Vishaya Saptami. So Vishaya Saptami. Best example, Yesha Te Vigita Sankhye. That is best example. Karmanyavadikara is also a good example from the Gita. Yesha Te Vigita Sankhye, it is the second chapter of the Gita. having taught Sankhya, now Krishna is going to teach Karma Yoga. Second chapter of Shloka is Eshate Vigita Sankhya Karma Yogam to Imam. So Sankhya Vishaye Abhigita, with regard to Sankhya, Jnanam has been taught to you. So that is Sankhya is Saptami Vibhakti, Vishaya Saptami. Or in the Sutra context, you can take Samhitayam, good example. Samhitayam Vishaye, it is Vishaya Saptami. It is not Upashleshika or Abhivyapaka. It is Vishaya Saptami. Under Vishaya Saptami only, we say Nimitta Saptami also included. Nimitta Saptami. We say Parasaptami in the Sutra. We say Parasaptami. Example. This example, Kiti, Niti Cha. This is a good example actually. But anyway, this I think you don't know Angakarya and all. Do you know this Angakarya, all those things have you heard in the context of Tinganta?
Sorry, ji. Ji, which Karya, ji?
Angakarya, the technical one in the derivation of Kriya Padam from the Dhatu. Have you heard?
No, ji.
Morning is sent on recording, right?
Ji, actually your voice is... I don't know whether I am facing that issue or...
No, voice is too feeble, ji. It's too low.
Yes, ji.
It's too low. Now it's okay.
Yes, ji, it's okay now.
So maybe I was away from my speaker. Okay. Now it's all right, right?
Ji, could you please repeat the question?
Okay. Feeble now only or all the class this time, right? Because this time I was away from the mic.
No, now only, ji, not from the beginning.
So I said Angakarya. Angakarya in the context of deriving the Kriya Padam from a Dhatu and all. Have you heard? No.
Yes, ji. Step by step.
Morning I spent on class recording 123, I think Sanskritam class. Those class, just previous class also 122, 120. If you watch, you will understand. Basic.
Yes, ji.
That is how from the Dhatu a Kriya Padam is derived by adding the Ting Pratyayas. Okay. So there, this thing will come. Iko guna vriddhi, ikahastane gunaha bhavati iti. Anyway, that if you know, you will appreciate the example. Otherwise, it's difficult. The point is, or even if you take Iko and H, I said, Iko and H example itself, you take. There should be a nimitta causing the N sandhi. Nimitta is Ik letter will be replaced by N, but the nimitta must be there. Should be nimitta is Ach letter should follow. That's why Iko yana Achi. Achi is Saptami Vibhakti. Nimitta Saptami. Nimitta is that which is the Karanam or Hetu for something. Example, Ramam Rajye Abhishekshati. Ramam Rajye, the kingdom, that is Rajye, Rama will be coronated for, the nimittam is for Rajya. Rajya, for the sake of the kingdom. The kingdom must have a Raja. So Rama will be anointed. So that is nimitta. Nimitta means that which is the, the condition or the reason because of which something happens. Okay. That is, nimitta is translated as, you'll find a translation in English, for the sake of, or on account of, nimitta saptami. We will see if the examples are there, we will see. Yesterday I told Chetasa Sarvakarmani Mai Sanyasya Mat Paraha. That is, for the here it is for the sake of me. That is Mai Sarvani Mai Sarvakarmani Mai Sanyasya. Renouncing all the karma unto me. That is what the translation is. What is that renouncing? Renouncing means you cannot give up, really speaking, any karma. Doing all the karma for the sake of nimitta, you be what do you call it? But, for my nimitta, for my sake, you do all the karma. That's what it means. Chetasa sarva karmani sanyasya. For my sake, therefore on account of me, sarva karmani sanyasya, chetasa sanyasya matparaha. That is the meaning. On account of me, all the that is sarva karmani sanyasya means that is the result. That is a longing for the result. Don't do karma. Result will come on its own. But for my sake, do karma. My sanyasya doesn't mean you don't do karma. The example I'm talking about, 18th chapter, 57th shloka, Gita. Yesterday I told this, I will tell you tomorrow. That's what I'm saying now. So on account of me, you do karma. So Mayi is, here it is Nimitta Saptami. Mayi is Nimitta Saptami. You will see the translation as on account of, etc. For my sake, for the sake of me, you do karma. On account of me, so like that. Okay. This is this karaka is not that much easy to understand immediately. It takes some time. You have to do a lot of abhyasa. Then only, if a word in certain vibhakti, first we can find out whether it is upapada vibhakti or karaka vibhakti. Then it is karaka vibhakti. In karaka itself, there are many types are there. What type is that? That subject to analysis. Here I say Mayi is Nimitta. Somebody will say that Mayi will be, it is like the Adhikarana or something like that. Possible. Just Adhara, Adhikarana Saptami. So it's subject to interpretation. Okay. Subject to interpretation, therefore only different views are there. Different views with regard to even Gita. I'm talking about Gita or any text. People have different views about the teaching of the Gita itself. Okay. Then there are certain things which govern, certain dhatus which govern the Saptami Vibhakti, like Snig Dhatu, Abhilash Dhatu, Anadach Dhatu, etc. we saw. Then the words like Vyaprata, Asakta, Vyagra, Tatpara, all those things. All these things we have seen yesterday. Now, we have to see from which one? Words meaning to act. From there we will see. I think from there only we have to see. Words meaning to act, to behave, to deal with. Govern Saptami Vibhakti. Govern Saptami Vibhakti. Kuru Priyasaki Vrittim Saptri Jane. So words meaning to act, to behave, to deal with. So Vritta Dhatu or Vyavahru Dhatu, if these words are there, then it can govern Saptami. Kuru Priyasaki Vrittim Saptri Jane. I don't know what it is. We have to check this from where it has come. Saptri Jane. The next one is, in some context, the recipient or the object to which anything is interested or important is also take Saptami. Guruhu Pragnye Vidyam Vitarati. Guruhu Pragnye. Pragnye, who is Pragnya? Pragnya is Prakarshena Ajnaha, the Ajnani. Vidyam Vitarati. Guru gives Jnanam to whom? Pragnye Vitarati. So the recipient of the Vidya, the knowledge is the Pragnya. That is in Saptami Vibhakti. In some context, the recipient or the object to which object is interested or anything is interested or important, that is, will take Saptami Vibhakti. Okay. So Pragnya, Pragnye Vidya Mitrati, Pragnya is Saptami Vibhakti, is a recipient on to whom which this knowledge is interested or imparted. Roots implying to strike, to seize, often govern the locative of that which is caught hold of or struck. because of karma vivaksha. Kesheshu grihitva, holding the hair. Kesheshu grihitva, to seize, to strike. In that meaning, that which is caught, hold, or that which is struck can take saptami vibhakti. Karma vivaksha means if you don't want to specify through karma karaka, you can make it as saptami vibhakti. If you want to make it karma vivaksha, then what would be? Kesham grihitva, it would be. Grihitva is tva pratyaya. It will have karma, right? Kesham grihitva, if you don't want to say, then you can say kesheshu grihitva. But don't translate, like kesheshu means among the hair. That you cannot do like translate. That is means grihitva means seizing by the hair. That is the meaning. Kesham grihitva only is meaning, but you don't want to use kesham, whether it is Bhagavachanam or what it may be. You don't want to use kesham. Therefore, karma vivakshayam, if you want to use, you can use saptami vibhakti. Kesheshu grihitva. Full sentence is not given, only a part is given in this kesheshu grihitva. You can note all these examples are important. If it is asked, then you can mention like whatever it is, this karma vivakshayam, that the dhatu having the meaning strike, seize can govern saptami vibhakti. Govern in saptami vibhakti. Govern that which is old or struck in saptami vibhakti. Then words like ship, much, as, having the sense of throwing or darting, govern locative of where or that against which anything is thrown, where it is thrown or that against. So that is a location for throwing. Like what? Mrigeshu sharan mumukshoho. Mrigeshu sharan mumukshoho. So shara is thrown towards whom? Mrigeshu. So therefore Mrigeshu, Mriga is in saptami vibhakti. Mrigeshu. Okay. What is mumukshoho? What is mumukshoho?
Who wish to get moksha? For those who wish to get moksha.
Mumukshu means moksha only, right? Here that is not the meaning. Much means release. Release means you're releasing the arrow from the from his bow. Okay. Mumukshoho. That is the meaning. Mumukshu is the one. Mukta-micha mumuksha. That is right. We say in the context of Vedanta, Upanishad, we say mukta-micha mumuksha. Here, mumukshoho sharan means those who want that desire to release his arrow, right? Or got bow and arrow. This is the muchdhatu. What is muchdhatu? To release.
To release.
So, sharan is the arrows. They are directed towards whom? Mriga, animals. So, mumukshoho sharan. The arrows of the one who are sending arrows, right? It is directed towards whom? Mriga, animals. So, therefore, Mriga will be in saptami vibhakti. The location of throwing, that is Mriga. Therefore, saptami vibhakti. Please note the dhatu. Kship dhatu, much dhatu, as dhatu. What is kship? Kship means to throw. Much also means to throw only. As is, what is the meaning of as dhatu? What is the meaning? As dhatu. As also means to throw only. Throw only. Which gana is that? Fourth gana. Asyati. Munchati, munchataha, munchanti, muchdhatu. As dhatu, asyati, asyataha, asyanti. To throw. Ship dhatu anyway. No, we know it is to throw. So the location where it is thrown. Here the shara, the arrows are thrown towards the animals. Therefore, Mriga is saptami vibhakti. Okay. So words like ship, much, shas, having the sense of throwing. Here mumukshu, that word is derived from much dhatu. So when it has a sense of throwing, the locus or the place where it is thrown, then that will take saptami vibhakti. Here, Nigha is that towards which the arrows are directed. Therefore, it takes Saptami Vibhakti. Tanagam Dishata Kruran Samsareshu Naradhavan Bhagavad Gita. Tan agam Dishataha Kruran Samsareshu Naradhavan. Shipamya. Next line is that. Shipamya. Shipagam Shipami. I throw Kruran Naradhavan where? Samsareshu. I throw them into samsara. Who? Naradaman, Kruran, the cruel and Adama people. Where he throw? Bhagavan says, where does he throw? He throws them into samsara. So therefore the locus which is samsara, it takes Saptami Vibhakti. Understand? Yes, clear.
Yes, Ji.
Ji.
Tanagam Dushata Kruran, Samsareshu Naradhaman, Kshipam Yajasram Ashubhan, Asurishu Veva Yonishu. Here also, Naradaman Kruran Samsareshu. Then Ajastram immediately Ashubhan, Asurishu Yonishu. I throw them into the yoni of the Asura. So this is Saptami Vibhakti. Yonishu, Asurishu Yonishu Agam Kshipami. Okay. Why it is Saptami? Why it is not Ditya Vibhakti? Because the words having Shipa, Much and As are there, either directly or in the form of a noun, then it will govern Saptami Vibhakti. Understand? This is Saptami.
Yes, Ji.
So different types of Saptamis we are seeing. Vishaya, Nimitta, Upushteshika, Abhivyapaka. Now comes Nimitta Saptami, Nimittat Karma Yoge. Nimittat Karma Yoge. When the karma is naturally connected to a nimitta, the result, the cause for which the action is taken up, then Saptami is used for nimitta. So nimitta, the result of the action. Nimitta, the result, the cause for which the action was taken up, right? That will be put it in, the action will be put in Saptami Vibhakti. Example is here, understand. Dantayoho Hanti Kunjaram. What does it mean? Dantayoho. Kunjaram is elephant, right? Dantayoho Kunjaram Hanti means what? Kaha Hanti? Or Ke Hanti?
Ji.
What is the meaning? Dantayoho Hanti Kunjaram. What does it mean? What is the meaning of the sentence? Dantayoho Hanti Kunjaram. Please answer. Unmute and make an answer. What is the meaning? Can you hear me? Is my voice clear?
Yes, Ji. You are audible. Yes, Ji.
Yes. Please tell the meaning of the sentence. Whatever you understand, it's okay. Tell me. Dantayoho Hanti Kunjaram means what?
Ji, Dantayoho is among the teeth. Kunjaram is elephant. And what is meant by Hanti, Ji?
What about others? Kausalya ji, Shambhavi ji, answer. What is Dantayoho Anti Kunjaram? You have to tell. Can you hear me?
Ji, we could hear you, Ji.
Yes, then please answer. Among the teeth, Anti Kunjaram. What does it mean? Kriya Padam is, what is Kriya Padam?
Hanti.
Anti. Han, Anti, Hataha, Gnanti, Andatu. Andatu, an means to kill, right?
To kill, Ji.
So, somebody, Vyadaha Anti, means what? The hunter, a hunter kills.
Kills.
What is the object of killing?
Animal.
Kunjaram, elephant.
Astu, Ji.
Kunjaram is the object. Here it is spelling mistake. Kunjaram, not Kunyajaram. Okay, that's not Malayalam.
Astu, Ji.
It is not Kunyajaram, it is Kunjaram. Okay, it's pure Nya only. It is not, it's a typo. Kunjaram.
Yes.
Yadaha Kunjaram Anti. The hunter kills the elephant. Just for fun, Like Veerappan, no. Danta yoga, for the sake of Danta. So the action of killing, the action is done, action of killing is done. That is for what? For the sake of Danta, right? That which causes, that for which cause the action is taken up. That is called Nimitta Saptami. Here, the tusk or the very reason, the Nimitta for the killing of the elephant. And tusks are parts of the elephant, which are the karma. Here, there is Samavaya Yoga in constant, inseparable union. Okay, Samavaya Yoga. Therefore, seventh case is used. Yoga Sanyoga Samavayatmakaha.
Ji, why Samavaya Yoga came here? It is Darshanani only, right?
No, don't worry about that Darshana. Here, the Vartika is there. Nimittat karma yoge. It is there. Karma sanyoge. Vartika Kara says, Nimitta miga palam. What is Nimitta is the palam, the result. For that is the Nimitta. That is the purpose for which the action is taken up. Yogaha sanyoga samavayatmakaha. Here, the tusk are the parts of the elephant, which is the karma of the action. What is the karma of the action? Karma is kunjaram, and for the tusk are parts of the elephant. So therefore, between the kunjaram and the danta, what is that connection? There is an inseparable connection, is that right? Between the elephant and the danta.
Yes.
That's called Sanyoga Samavayatmakaha. Yoga, the word is defining. Vartikakara uses the word yoga. What yoga means? Sanyoga Samavayatmakaha. Why he has to define the word yoga? Because Nimittat Karma Sanyoge, he says. Vartikakara says, Nimittat Karma Sanyoge. He says, what is Sanyoga? He has to tell. That's what he is saying. Sanyoga Samavayatmakaha iti. You see the example, you will understand. In this example, Kunjara, elephant, and tusk is a nimitta. So tusk is a nimitta for which the elephant is killed. So, and the Kunjara, the tusk are the part of the elephant. Elephant is Kunjaram, that is a karma. So, between the karma and the nimitta, there is a Samavaya Sambandha or yoga. You can call Sambandha also. Samavaya Sambandha. There is a inseparable connection is there between the two. Can you connect? Can you disconnect this? If it is that, in fact, the Ananam is only for disconnecting, right? Disconnecting the Danta from the elephant. That is why he is doing the Ananakriya. Between the Kunjara and the Danta, Ananakriya, what does it? It separates that. So, in the sentence, Kunjaram, Vyadaha Kunjaram Anti Danta Yogo, for the sake of Danta, he kills the elephant. So, therefore, here there is Samavaya Yoga. The yoga means Sanyoga Samavayatmaka Karma Sanyoga. When there is Sanyoga, the connection with the karma. Well, connection with what? Nimitta. When there is a connection of the nimitta, in the example, it is nimitta is this danta and karma is kunjara. So nimittat karma sanyoge, then that for which the purpose, the nimitta, the action is done. That will take saptami vibhakti. Iti Vartikakara says. So this is a nimitta saptami. Nimittat karma sanyoge. But the nimitta saptami means the reason or the purpose for which an action is done. Here the elephant is killed for the sake of tusk. Therefore, danta yogo. Dantartam vityartaha. Okay. Then the next one. In fact, this much is not explained in the Karaka book, Sanskrit Bharati book. All the possibilities are discussed here. If the behavior towards a person is sadhu, Itakari, doing what is good, adorable. Asadu, Shushurushayam Nipunaha, expert, skilled in service, or worshipful, reverential behavior towards them. Then Samantikes governs a person toward whom such behavior is directed. So if the behavior toward a person is sadhu, if it is good or not good, or if it is nipunaha, expert in the service, or the person has got worshipful or reverential behavior, then towards whom, yes, that will take Saptami Vibhakti. Example, let's see. However, if the words prati, pari, anu are used in the context, then it is governed by the second case. That's okay. Sadhu Devadattaha Matari, Devadattaha Matari, Sadhu, Devadattaha Sadhu Matari. Devadatta behaves well with his mother. Why Matari Saptami Vibhakti? Because here the conduct of the Devadatta is talked about towards his mother. It is sadhu, it is good. Therefore, Matari, towards whom it is showing Devadatta, mother. Therefore, mother will take Saptami Vibhakti. Asadu Devadattaha Matule. The Devadatta, his behavior towards Matula, uncle, is not proper. So, Sadva Sadhu Prayogecha. All these are Vatika. Okay. Sadhu, asadu, prayoge. Sadhu is itakari. Itakari means itam karoti. Good. Asadu is haitakari. Sadhu nipanabhyam archabhyam saptami apratyadivihi. 2.3.43. This is a sutra. Pratyadi. Sadhu nipanabhyam archabhyam saptami apratyadivihi. Leave that. Okay. But prati pariyanu he says. Okay. The next one. The following words govern Shashti or Saptami. What? Swami, Ishvara, Adipati, Dayada, Sakshi, Pratibhu, Prasutaischa. This is a sutra, 39th sutra, which is in second chapter, third section. So with the word Swami, Ishvara, Adipati, then Gavam, Goshu. Okay, it's an example. Goshu, Swami, Adipatihi. Goshu, Swami. Here we can take many examples. Gavam Swami or Goshu Swami or Gavam Ishvaraha, Goshu Ishvaraha, Gavam Adipatihi, Goshu Adipatihi. So, Swami Ishvaraha Adipatihi, the master, the lord or Adipati, the king, or the owner of what? Of cattle, cows. That the owner of what, that can go in Shashti or Saptami. Gavam Swami you can say, or Goshu Swami you can say. Okay, this is an example. Gavam Swami, Goshu Swami. Gavam Ishvaraha, Goshu Ishvaraha. Swami Ishvaraha Adipati means owner. What do they own? That can take Shashti or Saptami. Then Dayada, one who has a claim in a property. Dugitaha, Dayad, Dugitaha, Dayada Bhavati. Dugitaha. Okay, this example, what is Dugitaha? This example is not correct. Here it is Saptami is missing. Some problem is there. I have to check that. I'll check and tell you. Next one,
Okay,
Sakya, because Dayada word is there. So therefore, Dugite, the Dugitari it must be. Dugitari Dayada Bhavati, something like that must be there. Okay. That is not given properly here. Daughter is a inheritor. So, Dayada, I think Dugitari it must be. Let me check that, tell you later. Dugitari Dayada Bhavati. Then Sakshin. Ishvaraha Karmanam Karmasu Sakshi. That's okay. Ishvaraha word is there. And the Sakshi is there. Ishvara, the Lord is the Sakshi, the witness of Karma. So Karmanam or Karmani or Karmasu. You can use Saptami or Shashti, your choice. Pratibhu. Pratibhu is guarantor. Darshane, darshanasya va pratibhu. Darshanasya pratibhu or darshane pratibhu. Pratibhu is the surety. Surety for Pratibhu means surety. Darshanasya pratibhu, surety for appearance, or darshane pratibhu, surety for appearance. Where in court, the word is not there, but it is understood. Pratibhu means it is surety. Prasu, one who gives birth. Prapurvaka sudhatu. Sudhatu, shunj dhatu. Suyate sacharacharam su. With the prasu means one who gives birth. Kasya or kasyaha, not kasya, kasyaha, it is visarga is missing. Kasyaha or kasyam prasuta iyam shishuhu. Iyam shishuhu, who gave birth to this child? The one who gave, that will be kasyaha iyam shishuhu. Prasuta iyam shishuhu or kasyam also can be used. Because the sutram tells Swami Ishvara Adhipati Dayada Sakshi Pratibhu Prasuta Ischa Saptami or Shashti Bhavati. 2-3-39. Understand? Follow this.
Can we use Panchami for that? Kasyaha prasuta iyam shishuhu.
Panchami. How Panchami? Whose the meaning is
or
whose, right?
Kaya prasuta.
How can you use Panchami there?
Or Tritiya
Kasya.
Kaya prasuta.
No, by Kaya.
Kaya prasuta iyam shishuhu.
By whom? Yes, you can say that. Yes, possible. Tritiya Vibhakti you are saying.
Okay, ji.
Yes. See, Karaka is your Vivaksha. Depends.
Yes, ji. Vaktu hui vaksha again. Yes, ji.
But if these words are there, then we say you use Shashtiya Saptami. You can say Kaya Prasuta. So I won't say it's wrong. You can use. Okay.
Yes, ji.
Yes,
I'm not sure whether it is right or not. That's why.
you can use. So,
Thank you.
this Dayada, the example I was just checking, but that also not given. It's okay. Dayada is one word. So this is a sutra. Swami Ishvara Adhipati Dayada Sakshi Pratibhu Prasuta Ischa Saptami Vibhakti Bhavati. Okay. Shashtyam Praptayam Pakshika Saptam Vyaptam Vachanam. So when Shashti Vibhakti is possible, optionally you'll get Saptami also. So when these words are there, it will govern Saptami Vibhakti. So Kaya Prasuta also you can say, Tritiya you are saying, that you can say. Kasyam Prasuta Yam Shashugu. You see, so when you hear Kasyam Prasuta, you should be able to connect with this sutra. Because the word Prasuta is there, therefore the one who gave birth, that is in Saptami Vibhakti. Kasyam or Kasyaha. Kaya Prasuta is your choice. You can say. By whom? Kaya Prasuta. Prasutaha Shishuhu. Kaya Prasutaha Yam Shishuhu. Yam Prasuta. Shishuhu is Pullinga, Srilinga. What is that?
Pullinga haji.
So Yam Shishuhu. Prasuta Yam. Then how can be Srilinga? Shishu. Yam Shishuhu. Okay. Yam Shishuhu.
Ji, because the mother is Strilinga. Mata Strilinga.
Now, this child, Yam Shishuhu. Yeah, it's possible. Yam Shishuhu, why not? Yam Shishuhu, Kasyam Prasuta. But I was just thinking, just a minute. Yam Prasuta is fine. Just want to see. No. Shishu. The word Shishu can be Srilinga also in this example. From this example, I guess. Okay, Shishu is a Pullinga, but if suppose if Shishu means baby. Suppose if it's a male baby, female baby, then what do you say then?
Yes, be possible.
Therefore, why I'm saying is, Iyam is Trilinga. Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Iyam Prasuta. This is given birth. This is given. This is born. This is born. What is born?
Ji,
Shishu.
I have a doubt, Ji.
Yes.
When we mean in generally, for example, parents, so pitarau. So when we tell in general, we always use pullinga only, right? Ji?
Yeah, that's okay. That Ekashesha Vritti, when it comes at Pitaro, we say Pullinga. Yes. That is Ekashesha Vritti. When you then to Mata cha Pita cha Pitaro, we say. We don't say Mataro. We can say Mata cha Pita cha Matra Pitaro, we can say. Mata Pitaro, we can say. That is different. But collectively, we say Pitaro, or Pullinga will come. Pullinga stand for both. Yes.
Yes, Ji.
That's okay. That is Ekashesha Vritti, it is called. That is representing a group
Yes, Ji.
by one
Among
word.
Panchavi.
Right? That is Ekashesha Vritti. Here, Yam Srilinga, Prasuta is the Ta Prataya. Yam Prasuta, this is born. What is born? Shishuhu. Shishuhu, for that, Yam is Yam Shishuhu. Yam is adjective. So, when that's adjective substantive relationship, Shishu must be Srilinga. So, therefore, the Shishu can mean Shilling. Shilling also, it must be declinable from this example. Otherwise, we have to find what is a word. What is a word for baby in Shilinga? Okay, this is something to be thought over. Okay. What is a word for girl baby? Okay. Just thinking. Let us see. What is a word for girl baby? From where this example comes, I don't know. Anyway, Shishu not required. Yam Prasuta is okay. Yam Prasuta Kasyaha Kasyaha. Okay, this is something interesting. I also have to think about this. Fine, no problem. Next one, Sati Saptami. In English, it is called locative absolute Sati Saptami. Note, Sati Saptami you can use when two things are there connected by when or while. Two sentences will be there. One action followed by other action. One action followed by when he comes, she goes away. So like that. So when or while. So it means two sentences will be there. One action will follow the other one. Then we can use we can use Saptami. It's interesting to note here how this Saptami, how this will come with regard to Kritantas are there, you see. This is Sati Saptami only is expressed in the form of the Sutra. Yasya cha bhavena bhava lakshanam. Yasya cha bhavena bhava lakshanam. 2-3-37. When one action happens, then the second action happens. So when the first action happens, after that second action happens. The timing of the second action is indicated by connecting to the first. That is the meaning. Yasya cha bhavena bhava lakshanam. There are two actions. Time of one action, it is nirnyata kala. What is nirnyata kala? The kalam is known. Time is known. The time of second action is not known, anirnyata kala, which is determined with reference to first action. So one is nirnyata kala, other one is anirnyata kala. Nirnyata kala means time of action is known. Anirnyata kala is time of action is not known. Okay. So two actions are there means two Kriya Padam must be there. Two Kriya Padam means two sentences. The two sentences are connected by when or while in English when you translate. Now this action can be in, verb can be in Kartari or Karmani Prayoga. It can be in Kartari or Karmani. So in Karmani also it is possible. Now, the first action which indicates the second action, the action, the Kriya, it is put in the seventh case. Two actions are there. After the completion of the second action, first action, second action starts. Now the first action is put in the first case. It means the word which represents the action. The word which represents the action is put in the seventh case. When it is put in the seventh case, is there any adjectives to that? That also will be in seventh case. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. So this means the action, if it is in Tinganta form, it has to be rendered as a noun or equivalent Kridanta Pratipadikam, and then that Pratipadikam is put in the seventh case. When this is done, the nouns which are in Samanadhikaryam, the action, they are also put in seventh case. This means Nirnyata Kala Kriya is in Kartari, then the Karta of the Kriya would be denoted by the action and would also have to be in seventh case. If the Nirgyata Kala Kriya is in Karmani, then the karma of that Kriya would be denoted by the action that has to go in seventh case. I know you will not understand anything. I'll explain the example. Understand this? No. Yes? Yes or no?
G, somewhat G.
Okay. So, you know Nirgyata Kala, understand Nirgyata Kala. Nirgyata Kala is the time of one action. Anirgyata Kala is the time of the Kala, that is the action which is not known. This Anirgyata Kala depends on Nirgyata Kala. We'll see the example, you'll understand. Example of Nirgyata Kala. Nirgyata Kala Kriya. He sings when I cook. Here, how many Kriyas are there? How many actions are there? Please answer. He sings when I cook.
G, two actions, G.
What are the two actions?
Singing and cooking.
So, which is the first action?
He sings when I cook. Cooking is the first action, G.
So, cooking is very clear. When does he sing? That depends on cooking. So, cooking is Nirgyata Kala Kriya. Anirgyata Kala Kriya is sings. So, when I cook, he sings. So, his singing depends on why cooking, right? So, when I cook, so that Kriya is Nirgyata Kala. The Kriya happens at a time that is known. Based on that, another action happens. That is Anirgyata. It means it doesn't happen on its own. It is in consequence of the first action. Okay, that's called Nirgyata Kala, Anirgyata. First, you understand what is Nirgyata Kala. The time of one action is known. That is called Nirgyata Kala. So I cook, Nirgyata Kala. And the time of the second action, which is not known, Anirgyata Kala, which is determined with reference to the first action. So, Anirgyata Kala, the Kala depends on the Kala of the first action. So, in this example, I cook, he sings is there. So, the singing depends on my cooking in this example. So, I cook is Nirgyata Kala Kriya. The time of action is known. Time of singing action is, it has got dependency on the cooking action. Therefore, it is Anirgyata Kala Kriya. Is it clear?
Ji.
Now the technical words. Nirnyata kala kriya, anirnyata kala kriya. Anirnyata kala kriya is, in other words, you can say anirnyata kala kriya is the kriya whose time depends on something else. That is anirnyata kala kriya. Nirnyata kala kriya is the kriya, the action for which the time is known. Now, these things when I cook, how will you say? How will you translate this into Sanskritam? Please translate. Please do simple translation.
Saha gayati. Aham.
Saha kada gayati.
यदि
When-
अहं
यदा अहं
पाकं करोमि
यदा अहं पचामि. Now you see
यदा
the
अहं
question.
पचामि तदा सः गायति.
Tada saha gayati, right?
Yes,
So now when I ask question, kada saha gayati, anirnyata kala. Yada aham pachami, nirnyata kala. So when I cook, nirnyata kala kriya, then he sings. So when I cook, you cannot ask. When I cook doesn't depend on the singing action, right? The singing action only depends on my cooking action. So yada kada aham pachami, you cannot say ask, right? Kada aham pachami, yada saha gayati, na, that you cannot ask, right?
yes.
So therefore, you understand what is nirnyata kala kriya. The question what you ask, kada saha gayati only you asked. Yada aham pachami, tada saha gayati. So aham pachami, that is kriya, which kala the time of action is known. Based on which only the second action, nirnyata kala kriya, happens. This can be expressed in using yada tada in the language. There is another way of expressing, that is by putting in sati saptami. Now, here two kriyas are there. Pachami is one kriya, gayati is another kriya. Agam pachami, yada agam pachami, nirnyata kala kriya, anirnyata kala kriya, gayati. And what prayoga is it? Both are? Here nirnyata kala kriya is what prayoga? What prayoga is it? Kartari prayoga, right?
Yes.
Where the kriya padam pachami denotes the karta. The verbs denote the karta, right? Now, to convert this into sati saptami, how do you convert this into sati saptami? Pachami is there, right?
Yes.
What is the agam pachami? What is the, see, what when I cook, he sings. Or while I cook, he sings. You can translate like that also, no problem. Either you can say yada or while I cook. Yada agam pachami tada eshaha gayati. While I cook, he sings. Now, I cook. Pachami is there. Yeah, you can convert the word pachami into a kridanta word. How will you convert? While,
Pachati.
huh?
Pachati.
Where is pachati? It is given here. Convert the nirnyata kala kriya to pachati is saptami bhakti ekavachanam. What is it saptami? How can pachati be saptami ekavachanam? Pachati is not a kriya padam. What is pachati saptami ekavachanam?
Sati saptami vibhakti ekavachanam.
What is, how can pachati be in saptami ekavachanam? Pachati is not a kriya padam. Yes or no? Please answer.
Pachati is the kriya padam.
Then how can it be seven one? How can it be saptami bhakti? Kriya padam.
Because that is shatru.
Very good.
So,
that is shatru. That is shatru. So agam pachami is, you can convert agam pachan asti, right? Pachami is equal to agam pachan asti. Yada agam pachan asti tada yesha gayati. Pachami is equal to Pachan asmi, not asti. Sorry, Kshimita. Agam, because agam is there. Agam pachan asmi. Now convert that pachan asmi into what? Into shatranta. Shatranta is Shatranta when you convert. Pachan is already Shatranta. Pachami you convert into Shatranta becomes Pachan. Agam is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Therefore, Agam Pachan Asmi. Pachan is Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam. Agam Pachan Asmi. I cook. That's the meaning. Agam Pachami is equal to Agam Pachan Asmi. Now, what we do is converting the Pachan Pratama Vibhakti Ekavachanam into Saptami Vibhakti. What is the Saptami Vibhakti of Pachat Shabda? Pachan, Pachanto, Pachantaha, Pachantam, Pachantau, Pachataha, Pachata, Pachadbyam, Pachatbihi. Then Saptami will be Pachati, right? Pachati will be Saptami. Now, Agam Pachami, there is a Samanadikaranyam between these two. What is that? Pachami is Ekavachanam, Uttama Purusha Ekavachanam. And Agam is Uttama Purusha, Pratama Vibhakti, Ekavachanam. So in terms of Vachanam, there is matching. Match must be there. Right? And in terms of Purusha, yes, matching. So therefore, there is a Samanadikaranyam. Now what you have done is you have converted that Pachami into Pachati, Shatranta, which is in Saptami. Therefore, Agam also what you do? Make it into Saptami. What is the Saptami of Agam? What is the Saptami of Asmat Shabda?
Ji,
Agam avam mayam mama avam now.
Mayi ji.
Mayi. So Mayi Pachati Sati Yeshaha Gayati. That is how you convert. Mayi Pachati Sati means what? When I cook Sati, there is no Yadatada not required.
Ji, why we are adding sati at the end of the sentence?
Sati, what is Sati? Sati also?
Asti Saptami Vibhakti.
Yes. Therefore, Sati we say. Even if you don't add Sati, Asti is there always, right?
Yes, Ji.
Ramaha, see, Yeshaha Ramaha when you say, this is Rama, Asti is there. So,
Yes, Ji.
when you convert everything into Saptami, that Asti also becomes Sati. That's all. If you don't use, that's okay, your choice. So, Mayi Pachati Sati Yeshaha Gayati. And that Mayi, that Pachati is Shatranta, and that is qualified by Agam, that Mayi, that also has to be in Saptami Vibhakti. So this is called Sati Saptami. So how to convert a word into Sati Saptami is there you have to replace the Kriya Padam by a Shatru Padam, Shatranta, and correspondingly the Karta of that also will go in Saptami Vibhakti. That is the rule. That is how we convert a sentence into Sati Saptami. When two Kriyas are there, Nirnyata Kriya, Kala Kriya. That Kriya, Nirnyata Kala Kriya is there, that you convert that into a Saptami Vibhakti, Shatranta Saptami Vibhakti, that will be equivalent. Then the Karta who is Samanadikaranam with that also put it in Saptami Vibhakti. You see now, read that. Convert the Nirnyata Kala Kriya, I cook to a present participle, Shatranta. That is Pachat, which is in seventh case singular, Pachati. So Pachati is Namapadam, not Kriya Padam. Agam, which is being in Ting Samanadikaranam with Pachami, that also will have to go in Saptami Vibhakti, 7-1 form of Asman Shabda Pratipadikam to match Pachati. So Mayi Pachati, Samanadikaranam have to be maintained. Samanadikaranam means both the vibhaktis have to be same. That's called Samanadikaranam, Samana Adhikaranam. So Mayi Pachati. Then therefore the clause will become Mayi Pachati. Mayi Pachati Sati Yashaka Gayati. The sentence is, so Yada Agam Pachami Saha Gayati. That is can be written like this. Mayi Pachati Sati Eshaha Gayati. Yes, Saptami Vibhakti is there. This Saptami is called Sati Saptami. This Saptami is called Sati Saptami. So Nirnyata Kala Kriya, when it goes in Saptami Vibhakti, then that is called Sati Saptami. When you find two Kriyas, one is Nirnyata Kala Kriya, and that if it is a Saptami Vibhakti, Nirnyata Kala Kriya means not exactly the verb, the participle. And the participle is in Saptami Vibhakti, then that Saptami is called Sati Saptami. When the particle is in Saptami, then Karta also will be in Saptami. Because it's a Kartari Prayoga, therefore, if it is Karmani Prayoga, then Karma will be in Saptami. If it is Karmani Prayoga, then Karma will be in Saptami. Because here the Kriya Padam would be Pachati is there. Then Pachamane, suppose I'm just making it. Okay, Pachyamane. What is Pachyamane? Shakam. Shake Pachyamane it would be. Understand?
Yes, Ji.
I'm just making in the Karmani Prayoga. What is cooked is what? Shakam. Pachyamanam Shakam. Shakam which is cooked. Now, when you make that into a Sati Saptami, Pachyamane Shake Sati. Pachyamane Shake. When I cook vegetable, Eshaka Gayati. I'm just making it into a sentence. Okay. So Karmani. Now, example for Karmani is giving, you can see. Example of Nirnyata Kala Kriya being in Karmani Prayoga. Shuka comes when the cows are milked. Yada Gavaha Dughyante, Tada Shukaha Agachati. Here Nirnyata Kala Kriya is Gavaha Dughyante. When the cows are milked, what Prayoga is? Karmani or Kartari? Gavaha Dughyante. What Prayoga?
Ji, Karmani Prayoga.
Karmani Prayoga. That is Nirnyata Kala Kriya, which is in Karmani Prayoga. Karmani. Karma is Gavaha. Tada Shukaha Agachati Anirnyata Kala Kriya. Now, when you want to make it into Sati Saptami, what will happen? You see. Dugyante is Sati Saptami, what will happen? Saptami Vibhakti will be Dugyamane. Then Gavaha it will become what? Gavi. I'm just making it a singular. Gavaha Bhagavachanam is Goshu. Goshu Dugyamaneshu Satsu Shukaha Agachati, we say. Understand? Goshu Dugya Manasu. Okay, Goshu is trailing, therefore Dugya Mana. Goshu Dugya Manasu Satsu Shukaha Agachati. When the cows are milked, Shuka comes. This is Sati Saptami. Is it clear?
Yes, Ji, very clear.
Kausalya ji, clear?
Ji, it's clear, Ji.
This is example for Karmani. I am not explaining, reading everything. You read for yourself, understand. Okay. So this is just to show you Sati Saptami. Very good. Sati Saptami, if it is as you can write. Then something called Nirdharana Saptami. I have to complete this. So I'm just moving. Nirdharana Saptami. What is Nirdharana Saptami? When a group of things are there, among them you distinguish based on species, attribute, function, or name. That is called Nirdharana Saptami. With example, I will tell you can easily understand. Nirnam Nrishu Va Sreshtaha. Nirnam, among the Nirnam Nrishu. Nirnam is Shashti Bhakti. Nrishu is Saptami Bhakti. Among the, you can use Nirnam or Nrishu. That is why Va is there. If you take Nrishu, Nirnam is not required. Nrishu, among the beings, Dvijaha Sreshtaha. Dvijaha, twice born or greater, exalted. So, what the Saptami here it is Nirshu, Nirdharana Saptami. Among the beings, among the human beings, who is Sreshta? Dvijaha Sreshtaha, that twice born is Sreshta, we say. So, Nrishu, among the human beings, that is in Saptami Vibhakti. That Saptami is called Nirdharana Saptami. Nirdharana means ascertaining, determining among the many, one. That is called Nirdharana. It can be in Saptami. If it is Saptami, Nirdharana Saptami. If it is Shashti, Nirdharana Shashti. If it is Shashti Bhakti, it is Nirdharana Shashti. Yes, given Nirdharanam Jati Guna Kriya Sanya Bigi Samudayat Ekadeshasya Pratakkaranam. Very clear. Distinguishing one among the Samudaya by what? By Jati, by Guna, by Kriya, or by Sanya, by name. Here Jati, this example for Jati. Nrishu Dvijaha Sreshtaha. Then Goshu Krishna Bhagukshira. Among the cows, Krishna, the black one. You can say Goshu or Gavam. Nirdharana Shashti. Saptami. Gacchatam. Gatsu va dhavan shigraha. Among the going, Gachatsu or Gacchatam. Dhavan. Dhavan shigraha. The one who runs is faster among the going. Chatranam Chatreshu va Maitraha Patuhu. Chatranam Shashti Bhagavachanam. Chatreshu Saptami. So among the students, Maitraha is a name. Maitra is the clever. So Chatreshu Maitraha Patuhu means Nirdharana Saptami. Manushyanam Sagastreshu Kaschit Itasiddaye Nirdharana Saptami. This is on Gita. Manushyanam Sagastreshu Kaschit Itasiddaye. This is Shloka, 7th chapter. Manushyanam Sagastreshu. Among the thousands of people, Kaschit, somebody really Siddhaye. Somebody etati, somebody puts effort for the moksha. This is on Gita. Sagastreshu Nirdharana Saptami. So how many Saptamis are there? So many Saptamis we have seen. Nirdharana, Sati, Adhikarana. Adhikarana itself, their types are there. Then Vishaya Saptami. Then Nimitta Saptami, Parasaptami. So many Saptamis are there. Right? Is it clear? Yes.
Yes,
When this Saptami is done, Karaka is over. In this book, I would ask you to read. You will understand this. I have covered everything, whatever it is here. It is covered there. Okay. Which is in Sanskritam, that is in English. So tomorrow we can start quickly Samasa. We have to complete this quickly. Right? Samasa, just only briefly I will tell you what it is. Not in great detail. You have knowledge of Samasa?
Yes, Ji.
Huh?
Yes, Ji. We can able to differentiate. I mean, we can able to find which samasa it is.
Okay, maybe I'll teach you Avibhava and Tatpurusha. Only that. Okay. Time will. So Karaka is, we have to wind up now. Okay.
Yes, Ji.
We have spent a lot of time in Karaka. We can spend more time also, but this is enough. Karaka, it is there in for MA Sanskritam also. You have something for MA, huh? Okay, so we can stop here. Karaka. We'll see Samasa tomorrow. Any doubts?
No doubt.
Okay,
No,
the documents is sufficient. Please go through that. You'll understand. Om Purnamadah Purnamidham Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.
धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवादः.
धन्यवादः जी.
धन्यवादः.